Good afternoon. This is another edition of Sharon's Stones. I'm Sharon Inatosh, Vice President of Sky Marble and Granite, and you are in for a treat today. We have as a visiting guest Pam Jones with the Extraordinary Transitions team of Long&Foster. Hello, Pam.
Hey Sharon, how are you?
Oh, fine. How are you?
Doing well, thanks.
So we're going to ask you a few questions, Pam. We want to learn from your expertise. You've been a realtor for over 35 years. So tell me, what lured you into real estate back in 1983?
I was in the retail business. I worked for Montgomery Ward, actually, for 11 years.
Oh, wow.
And my mother was a real estate agent for about 6 and said to me when I was frustrated by that job, she said, "Oh, you should try real estate." And that was all it took. So I took the course, passed the exam, and went to work.
Perfect. And how did you come up with the name of Extraordinary Transitions?
Well, that's a fun one. One night, Dave and I were sitting outside, actually in the hot tub, and I was sort of imagining what I wanted people to feel when we finished a transaction. So I came up with wow and fireworks as the theme of, just the feeling that people would get at the end of the process. And then I called it Team Jones, and wow was our sort of in our logo. There's our logo. Yes. But then I was reading a book called Peak, and it talks about Maslow's hierarchy of needs and applying that to your business to serve the needs of your customers, your employees, and your investors. And through that process, came up with the name Extraordinary Transitions.
Wow, That is a beautiful story. So what do you believe has kept you in the industry as a top producing realtor continuously for 35 plus years? Yeah.
36 years. 36. For about 10 of those in the middle, from 1989 to 1999, I managed offices for 4 different real estate companies. And during that time period, I met my business coach, Mike Ferry. And I've been working with his coaching company since 1994. Starting out I was in management, and I was using his tips and techniques to train my agents. And then I finally figured out that I was more highly motivated than any of them to to go out and really work with clients and help them through their real estate transactions. So in January 1st of 2000, I made the switch to sales. And since then, Dave and I together have sold almost 940 homes.
Wow. That's a huge number. Excellent. So what's your favorite part of the job since you sold 940 homes?
The favorite part is at the end of the transaction, when people's needs have been just absolutely well served, not just by us, but by the folks who we come to rely on, like you and Sky Marble and many of our other Chamber of Commerce friends, to assist with the transaction. Offer services like cleaning, painting, helping people sell furniture, moving, all of those items, or for a purchaser, decorating the house, the move as well. And just that really is. And then the wonderful part is when it goes really smoothly, and not only do we have a wonderful, happy client, but another great friend.
Well, I can tell you personally, to the viewers, I have had Pam sell my own home. And when she talks about the smoothness of the transaction, it was a great delight to work with you. The suggestions that you gave to me on the home really sold it in a quick amount of time. And it did seem like a seamless process. I knew you would do a great job, but I was so amazed how smoothly, and even I got a gift at the closing of the transaction from the buyers. So this is how wonderful a process. Everyone at the table was happy. So I can't say enough. That's my own personal testimony.
Thank you.
So talk to us about some tips. If someone's thinking of buying or selling a home, what are some great tips?
Well, one of the issues we find now is that if you're moving from another area to Loudoun County or out of Loudoun County to another area, sometimes it's a little bit easier to, come to the area and you don't know what to expect, but it's easier to find a house, or when you're leaving, for instance, like the owners of this home, they're not in a position in their destination community to not have enough inventory to choose from. But right now, if you're selling a home to either move up in Loudoun or to downsize, being able to make that transition go smoothly is becoming more and more complicated, just because if your home goes under contract and there's not one that will meet all of your requirements to purchase, then people are a little nervous about that. And what we find is if we know the area they're moving to, we will go door knock, we'll make phone calls, we'll talk with agents who've done other business in that community and see if we can find a home that will meet the client's specifications, put together a transaction, and then get the house on the market and get it sold. So it goes much more smoothly.
And that's your expertise showing up.
Right.
So let's talk about this home. This is a current home you have on the market.
Right.
What are some of the features, benefits of the home?
Oh, gosh.
A little bit, and a beautiful kitchen here.
Absolutely. It's just a great, wonderful, huge house, actually, for an attached house. It's in a nice neighborhood here. It's almost 45, actually slightly over 4,500 finished square feet. Has 4 bedrooms upstairs, 5 full baths. Actually, there's a room in the basement that is technically a den, but it's set up as a bedroom right now. There's a rec room, wet bar, screened porch, deck, and patio, and it's beautifully landscaped. So just a great house.
And I liked what you told me before we went on the air. How the deck and the porch, how it's presented on the house. They're like separate units to each room, and I think that's a really great feature. It's not like a total wraparound.
Exactly.
And it makes each room unique. I think that really stands out about it, and it's beautifully appointed.
Absolutely, and the owners have just done a spectacular job with the decor.
They really have. So what other services do you offer, Pam?
We help buyers determine what they can afford to purchase. We work very closely with our Carlton Chambers with Prosperity Mortgage. Once we know what the financial needs are, then Dave, as a buyer's agent, will actually sit down with our clients, figure out what their real hot buttons are, search the market, and he previews both online and in person, so we can get down to the 3 to 5 homes that are that best meet the client's needs. And that way you know that you don't really have to search everything.
Well, and I think that takes a load off of the buyer's shoulders, as far as not looking at 20 homes and then trying to remember and making lists. And there's part of that seamless process that you do so well, Pam. So.
Thank you. And then for sellers, I do all the research and actually get a package into their hands prior to our appointments so they can review the information, even go online to verify some of it. And then it makes it a much easier, more comfortable process to be real about the value of the property. And so far this year, my listings have averaged fewer than 25 days on the market.
Wow.
And right now we are averaging more than 100% of list to sale price
Wow.
because we have competing offers on some properties.
And that's more paramount in the condition of the home and,
Exactly.
and having a good presentation.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Pam, you are just such an inspiration in
Thank
your
you.
industry. And one thing Sky Marble and Granite does to help with the realty industry, we have a real estate program. And through that program, we pass through savings, as you well
Yeah.
know, to your clients.
Mm-hmm.
And in that process, if they want to do an online, we kind of taken the same theme as you in trying to make it as seamless as possible, because this is one of their largest assets and it's very important decisions they're making. So we can provide, especially for sellers, where they can go online. We give them samples
Mm-hmm.
and look at their kitchen, what the cabinetry, what the floor is, and then they can do it online. And a lot of times we're finished within 2 weeks,
Right.
which is great for you. So for open houses, because it's always good to be on that timeline, especially in a competitive market.
Absolutely. Well, and actually you're helping one of my clients right now get prepared.
That is correct. So
Very happy about that.
Yes. Well, and we love to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, thank you, Pam. You are such an integral part of the community. We thank you for everything that you do, and I think you're one of the best.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Sharon, and it's always a pleasure to work with you.
Well, it goes the same way for me. So thank you, friends. If you are interested in buying and selling a home, please reach out to Pam Jones, the Extraordinary Transitions team of Long&Foster. Have a good day.
Bye.